Hey yo, what up though? It's your boy Brad B-Rad Butler II, and welcome to another edition of Lit Motivation, #LitMo. Alright, let's get into it. Listen to me. I know a lot of people have this issue. And what's that? What am I talking about? What you talking about, B-Rad? Anger. Anger is a huge issue for a lot of people. They cannot seem to get past it. They allow people and things to get them to the point where they're so mad and they're so angry that all they can see is red, right? They can't see past the moment, right? And then they make decisions that they wouldn't normally make. And then when they go back on it, then they gotta apologize, or some of them they can't even apologize because they're so embarrassed. They stop talking to certain people. They say some things that they can't take back. Like, there's so many things that can happen through anger that you can't seem to even control at the time because you just lost control over your emotions. Like, you just say things, right? So what I need you to understand is that you cannot allow the anger to consume you, right? You have to allow the anger to fuel you. All right, and you're probably thinking to yourself, Brad, like, what does that mean? Like, how can you take something that is a painful thing for me, something that is causing me agony, stress, pain, anxiety? It's like one of those things that is like I'm trying to get rid of. How could I possibly take that and turn it into something that is a positive? Okay, listen to me. There's a lot of things that have happened within my life that I literally could have taken it and just internalized it as nothing but anger, and then when I let it out, like, just took it out on people. I'm cussing people out, I'm fighting, I'm arguing. And yeah, I did. I used to get in a lot of fights when I was younger because I had so much anger built up inside, because I'd seen so many things and experienced so many things that it just bothered me, right? And I didn't really know how to express myself the right way. Then I found football, so I started playing football, and that helped me a lot because it allowed me to release the anger that I had in a positive way, right? So what I need you to understand is that there's different ways for you to get rid of the anger that you have inside of you, right? Some people, you can actually take the anger. This is what I do. Like, I don't know what everyone else does. I know they got Tai Bo and they got boxing classes and karate and mixed martial arts. People write, people create emails and don't send them to their boss. Like, there's a number of different ways that people try to get rid of the anger that they have inside. Some people work out, they exercise. That's a great way to relieve anger and stress that you have. But for me, one thing that I've learned how to do over time. Now, mind you, this happened over time. This wasn't something that happened in the beginning. In the beginning, for me, the way that I was able to release my anger was through playing sports, right? That worked for me. Then over time, as I matured as a man, I realized that accomplishing goals, like grinding, like doing the work that's in front of me, that helps me to actually relieve some of the anger that I have, right? So when I have somebody tell me that I can't do something, when I have somebody tell me I'm not capable of something, and I'll never be this, I'll never be that, I'll never be successful, or I had people tell me, okay, Brad, you're a special ed kid, you can never go to college, you can't get your degrees, you can't do that, that's not for you. When I had people looking down on me and my family because my mother and my father, they were both heroin addicts, they had drug addiction issues. When we had people just looking down on us, like the times when I remember living in a shelter, right, with my mom and my sister. Like, I remember those moments. Like, I remember the heat being turned off. I remember, like, no hot water. Like, I remember the lights being cut off. Like, I remember those times, right? And there's something that happens to you during those moments when you do experience a lot of anger. When you're like, why is this happening to me? Why does this have to happen to me and my family? Like, why can't we live like other people? Like, we're not even at the standard. Like, we're below the standard at this point. We don't have certain things, and it's making me angry, and I don't know how to deal with the anger. What I realized for me would help me with the anger that I have is that I would take that and I would use it as fuel, right? Listen to me. I would literally use it as fuel. Think of a car, all right? the car needs fuel in order for it to go. For me, in order for me to get to where I was trying to get to, I needed some type of fuel. So for me, I never forgot. I still to this day, I've never forgotten about what me and my family have gone through in the past and the pain that we dealt with. So I literally use the anger that I have built up inside of me, and I use that as fuel to push me forward so I can get to the things that I feel like I need. So when there's times when I don't want to work, when there's times when I don't want to do certain things, I think about the times when we did not have. Yeah, we're in a better situation now, but I still haven't forgotten the fact that we were there, and we can easily go back to that lifestyle in the blink of an eye if I don't do what I'm supposed to do right now. Right? If I don't work, if I don't grind in this season, then I could easily slip back into that situation. We could lose it all, right? All it takes is one moment, one situation for things to go wrong, not go our way, and bam, we're right back where we were, right? And I just can't let that happen. So I literally have that burning fire, that anger inside of me, so that when things aren't going right, I tap into it and I say I'm going to use this as fuel to push me forward. Every time I hear somebody tell me no, every time I fail, every time something happens to me and it doesn't go my way, I literally look at it as this is just an obstacle that's in my way, but I'm not going to allow it to stop me, because I've been at the bottom before and I'm not going back, because I literally have these goals and dreams and aspirations and where I see myself and where I see my family and this legacy that I have to leave behind. And if I stop now, if I allow the anger that's inside me to consume me, if I allow it to consume me, it will stop me from building the legacy that I'm supposed to have. So I cannot allow the anger to consume me. I have to allow the anger to fuel me. So that's why I've got the edge on a lot of other people, because there's something that's pushing me. There's something that's driving me every single day. There's something I use for motivation to keep me going forward. So listen, I need you to understand. I need you to get control over your mind, your body, and your spirit. And you got to make sure that the things that have happened to you in the past, and even some of the things that are happening to you in the present, and furthermore, the things that may happen to you in the future, you are going to gain control of it, and you're going to use it as fuel to help you get to where you're trying to get to help you fuel the passion, that burning desire inside of you to manifest your dreams. You're going to use it for that. You're going to use it for good. You're not going to use it to consume you. No longer will you use that anger to curse somebody out, to belittle somebody, to talk bad about someone, to physically harm somebody, to do wrong. What you're going to do is you're going to use it for something positive, for your life, for your legacy, to get you to where you're trying to get to in your life, right? Because you cannot allow your emotions, those negative emotions, to control you. Because if you allow them to control you now, they'll control you for the rest of your life. So listen, it's your boy Brad, B-Rad Butler II. And I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, you've got to control those emotions. And you cannot allow the anger to consume you. You've got to allow the anger to fuel you. Listen, once again, it's your boy Brad, B-Rad Butler II. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I encourage every last one of you to make your next day your best day. Peace. I'll see you next week.